Now let's take a look at their society that they've created, their civilization, because who created this civilization? Did it just happen by chance? Actually, no. In my spiritual economics book, I trace out the history of how this modern society was developed and how long it took and the great endeavor that it took to accomplish this, to create this society that we have now. What a person does is a product of their consciousness, right? An artist paints some painting. It has to be up here before it appears on the canvas. Anything that somebody creates or does, it comes from within first and then manifests outside. So these people, they have created this society. And first thing we have to understand is what kind of people they are. And we take a clue from Bhagavad Gita from chapter 16. No, before that, we understand from the Mahabharata that the demons invaded the earth 5 or 6 millennia ago, and they were creating such problems that Krishna came to kill most of them. Not all of them were killed. They were killed in the Battle of Kurukshetra, and then after that, they've since reinstated their numbers, and they again have control of the world. And we can understand that by their activities. Prabhupada has taught us that one cannot understand who is the deva or divine and who is demoniac except by their activities. You can't tell by looking at somebody, are they a good person or a bad person? But when you see that the activities that they perform, then you can understand, are they good or bad? So in chapter 16 of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna explains the demonic nature and the divine nature. Of the demonic, he says, so much is mine today, and I will get more according to my schemes. He is my enemy, and I have killed him, and my other enemy will also be killed. I am perfect, powerful, and happy. No one is as happy as I am. So this way, Krishna is explaining that there are demonic people in this world and what their nature is. And if anything, what he gives us is an understatement. In other words, it's much worse than what he says it is. And so to understand what it's really like, I'm going to just give a brief rundown again from this lecture that I gave before. We were talking about this a couple weeks ago, chapter 16 of Bhagavad Gita. So there's 400,000 species of humans, right? 8,400,000 species of life. 400,000 are human beings. We usually think of human being as human being, one, but there's 400,000. So we understand that species means a particular consciousness, right? The consciousness of a dog, bow wow. Consciousness of a cat, meow. Consciousness of a human, 400,000 different kinds of consciousness. Some are divine and some are demonic. So, of the demonic, the modern psychologists, they say, well, you have the psychopath, you have the necrophile, and you have the narcissist. Now, whether these are 3 different species, I don't know. I'm not saying that. But we'll look at the qualities of these 3, and we can understand from this that they are, in fact, quite demonic. So, a necrophile is a person who loves everything that's dead. Right? They're afraid of life. They want to transform the organic into the inorganic. They want to approach life mechanically, as if all persons were things, or they want to transform persons into things. feelings, thoughts, and so on. They want to make these into things, right? So we have Elon Musk, right? He's doing this neuron interface so they can make your thoughts a thing. Got nothing to do with a person. They can relate to an object only if they possess it. So so they see this world and they can only think of the only value this world has is for them to own. Otherwise, it has no value at all. Okay? Not for you or anybody else. Doesn't matter. Only if I own it does it have value. So, normal human beings don't think like this. So when we want to understand the kind of world that the demons created, we have to understand the mindset of a demon. And it's very disgusting to try to have to think like this. But you have to change your thought process. Otherwise, you can't understand what they're doing and where they're trying to go. The necrophile loves control, and in controlling life, he kills it. He's truly enamored by force and the power to kill, and is very willing to kill. For him, killing is not something that he has to do now or then. No, it's his way of life. It's his way of accomplishing things, right? You got a problem? Kill something. That's how they think. So, necrophile. The next one, malignant narcissism. Narcissism means I am the center of everything. So, I am everything at the exclusion of everyone else. You don't exist. Only I exist, right? And I'm completely absorbed in the ruthless pursuit of whatever I want. And I'll get whatever I want at any cost, especially at your expense. Huh? They're thinking, I am great because of what I have. I have money, I have wealth, I have position, I have these things. Therefore, I am great and I want to be greater, so I will get what? More according to my schemes. The narcissist enjoys making people suffer and being cruel to other people. They take pleasure in controlling other people. They want to control. They get enjoyment from controlling people. When they can control you, they're happy. Not normal human being, right? If they can make them suffer or destroy them, or especially use their trust or their confidence that they place in you to destroy them, that's even better. They take great pleasure in that. They do not respect kindness or gentle persuasion. The only thing they respect is force. In other words, you give some good argument, they don't care. You know? You have a good argument where you should not wear the mask, they don't care. Are you suffering because you're wearing a mask or you're locked in your house? Ha ha ha, good. This is how they think. If you try to point out their faults, they become violently angry and they say that you must be wrong because I can't be wrong. So if you see some fault in me, you were wrong. You're the place where the evil resides and you must be destroyed. They think like this. This is not a projection. They actually think like this. So a normal person who sees wrong behavior in them, in what they're doing, they become the problem. And they have to be eliminated. Can you see this, what's going on today? Okay, and the last one, psychopaths. Psychopaths are the same thing. They lie, cheat, steal. They have no conscience. Normal people have a conscience. Tells them the difference between right and wrong. Psychopaths don't. They have no corrective element. And whatever they want to do, that's what's right. And anybody that opposes them, that's what's wrong. They think that the foolish should be taken advantage of. They think that they would be foolish if they did not take advantage of the weak. So who are the weak? Women, children, less educated, less able people. You must take advantage of them. South America, IMF, and the World Bank took advantage of all the countries in the Southern Hemisphere. They have no remorse or guilt, no shame. Again, if their wrongdoing is pointed out, they say, you're the problem, not them. I can't be wrong because I'm perfect. I'm perfect. I can't be wrong. Neither can they listen to or think that anybody else has any valid opinion. If you have opinion that's different from theirs, it doesn't make any difference. You can't have an opinion that's different that has any meaning. So, and what do they love? They also love power and control of other people. They have an extremely strong will and are determined to have their own way. So if we think of these kind of qualities, we remember Hiranyakashipu, he had many of these same qualities. This is what the demonic are like. Okay, with that mindset, let's create a civilization. Okay, this is who we are. How are we going to organize society and for what purpose? You don't have to think very long before you understand that they're going to organize it for their benefit at everybody else's expense. This is what they do. So let's take a look at the kind of society they create.
Thank you for watching that video. If you have any questions about the material presented here, please post them in the comments section and I will try to answer them as quickly as possible. If you have not watched the introductory video, I encourage you to do so. The videos posted on the Spiritual Evolution playlist build one upon the other, and watching them in the numbered order will facilitate your understanding of the material. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you want to be notified of the next video, please also hit the subscribe notification bell. The possibility exists that someone on YouTube may take issue with what I have presented here. Some of my videos dealing only with spiritual subjects have been removed. Therefore, I post on multiple platforms listed in the comments section.